Hi everyone, it's Anja here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts. So it's almost Easter time and of course we need an Easter card. And when I looked at this stamp set, it's called Indescribable Gift. I really liked this image here. But you don't always straight away see what you can do with it or what card you could make with it. Stamping Up, not only do they give you stamps and punches that match, they give you paper and coloured paper and ink that match. They also give you ideas that match, basically. So this is the Spring Summer catalogue, 2015, and on page 34 you have the page 35 you have the stamp set, and on page 34 you have the example of the card. And when I saw that, I thought, what a good idea, I'm going to try that. So that's what this tutorial is all about. So this is what I came up with. I changed the colour of the flowers a little bit because that's the colour of the blendabilities that I have. But otherwise I think I used about the same colours. This is a baked brown sugar, and I also added the gorgeous grunge there. So let's put this aside and let's have a look at the stamp sets that we're using. So yes, we are using Indescribable Gift and Gorgeous Grunge, the spotty bits from that. Oh, excuse me. I have here my base card, Crumb Cake. And we're going to straight away do the inside. So let's get started on that. Oh no, why do I now have a cough? Always happens when you're filming, doesn't it? Okay, so ink this one up. And let's put this there. This one is just smaller than the card. So the card is A4, cut in half, scored in half. This one then here is a quarter smaller than the A4 size, cut in half, scored in half. If you want measurements for your cards, please go to my website. That's opheliacrafts.co.uk, and you will find all the basic, there's a post there and all the basic measurements are there. Okay, so now we're going to use this stamp here, Refresh, Renew, Rejoice, to make the to make the background, basically. Now the background is made up of the card base itself and just this stamped onto it. Not always completely on it, but just sort of, doesn't really matter. And one more there, see? And then we have a piece of card here, a piece of very vanilla. And it's not as wide as the card, so it's the same height as the card, but only 3.5 wide, so we have this bit sticking out. Now we also need a little bit of trim here, so I have put some sticky tape onto a little bit of lace that I had, and I'm going to attach that there. Now that's something to do later on, so we'll put that to the side. What we're going to do is, oopsie, oh no, I bumped into that. Let me just check the picture. Yeah, that's still okay. Sorry, I bumped into the leg of the tripod there. So this is the stamp. It's quite a big stamp, so I always ink it up like this. So I put the stamp down and I put my ink pad towards the stamp. And as this is quite a bit narrower, you need to make sure that you're going to be stamping on it so you don't get your image going off the side. So I'm now just looking down and I hope that's okay. Right, so you put it down. I've stamped this in baked brown sugar. There we go. And I'm going to colour it in with my blendabilities. So what you do basically is you have your 3 colours of blendabilities. You have a light, a medium and a dark, and you start with the dark and then you work your way to the light. Okay, this is going to take quite a while because obviously there's also green and baked brown sugar, crumb cake in there. What I have done, I have already coloured most of it in for you. So there is another tutorial where I'm colouring this in as well, or it's the Rosebriar rose, I think, that I colour in. but it's the same way of doing it. So let me just show you how I went about doing this. So you sort of look for the darker parts of the flower, or the ones that you think are darker anyway. And then you work your way with going over it again. So you go over the same, because you'll take that colour with you, you see. And you then work your way bigger, in a bigger area. Always make sure you do circular movements. Like that. And then with the lightest colour, again you start at the same spot and you take the colour out. This is quite time consuming, but quite enjoyable. In the beginning I wasn't really sure about this these blendabilities. It took me a long time to get them. Actually, I got them for free because they were freebies in the celebration event, so I managed not to have to pay for them, and I thought, right, that's fine, I'll try them out like that. You can see the difference. I did these a little while ago, and these, so it will fade out. Oh, look at me, honestly. So it will fade a little bit more, and we're going to get on with the rest of this front. Right, so we're going to stamp off, and then we're doing the stamping on there. Right, so it's just sort of a little bit of, there we go, like that. Then we will put Happy Easter on it, so that we are sure that it's on there. Okay, and then we'll do some of this. Again, my ink pad seems to be quite juicy, so I'm just going to stamp it off before I stamp it on there. There we go. And now for the fun part, we're going to age it. So we have our dauber, and we're gonna flick the edges. I'm going to do them quite well. Okay, flick all the edges. Now we want this paper to be really looking old. That's what it looks like in the catalogue as well. So I've got my knife here, and I'm just going to go for it basically. Just taking the edge of your knife, and I'm going to go for it. Look, can you see the bits coming off? Okay, and here as well. I think there is a tool that will make this look older, but I wanted to make this card there and then, and I don't have that, so look at all the bits ending up on my... Right, so this corner I could do it a little bit more. I'm breaking the fibres a little bit here. And a bit's come off. That's okay. This is fun! Okay, right, look at that. Let me just put a little bit, I just want to put a little bit on, you know, making it a bit more dirty. But I don't want to put the fibres of the dauber on, I just want to have that dirty look, but not... Oh, that works quite well on my finger like that. Okay, there's a little bit more here. What do you think? I'm liking this. Okay, now let's put some of this stuff to the Otherwise it'll end up in my... Oh my word, look at that. Oh, I'm going to have to remove that. That's going to have to go in the bin. Okay. Right, start again. First of all, clean my finger, because putting that ink on will have made it a danger to the card, basically. So we've done this, we've got this. I had this, and I've also put a ribbon of sticky tape on here. So let me just take that off, and let me just put this one on here. Just where that other sticky strip is. So then we have this one attached to that. See? And now we're going to attach this to there. So what we'll need to do is take the sticky off this bit. It's quite this was actually quite handy, because I fiddled about with the previous one, sticking this on, and doing it like this made the trim a little bit more rigid, and it was easier to work with just now. So there's a tip for you. But getting the sticky strip off is still the usual battle. Let me see if I can get it off like that without pulling the... I didn't have much of this trim left, so I just used what I had. And is it coming off? No. No, no, no. It's not coming off. It's not making it that easy for me. Come on, sticky strip. The camera's rolling. People are waiting. Yes! Yes! Got it. Just getting it off my fingers is the problem now. Oh dear. Right, there we go. And so we are going to put some glue on there. And let's get this right. So we've got our prepared front, putting it in the corner there, because it's the same length as the card, and you can have it, yeah, okay, and then there we go. So all I need to do now is get my fabric scissors out, my special fabric scissors, and cut this flush. There we go. Right, so that worked quite well. Okay, there's the inside done. And so I have 2 Easter cards to send out. Right, okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and me, you know, sort of the making the edges of the paper all old and, you know, as if it's been damaged, but that's what the look was like here. So it was looking a little bit sort of, you know, damaged and all that. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice Easter. Thank you. Bye.